Hey guys, thank you so much for hopping on tonight's team call. My name is Lisa Knopfsinger, and we have two very special guests tonight. I'm very excited. Y'all don't have to hear me rant and go on and on all the time. Poor Dyllan, he has to hear that about twice a month. But I'm very excited to have two special guests. First, we're going to hear from Jessica Cooper, and she is going to talk to us about how she signed up 8 ambassadors last month. So she has some good nuggets of knowledge to share with us. And then we're going to hear from Dyllan, and he's from corporate. So we're going to hear a few minutes from Jessica. I'm going to go right into this so we can respect everybody's time tonight. So Jessica, I'm going to unmute you, and we'll let you go ahead and get started. And thank you for being on the call, Jessica.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me. I am a Silver Ambassador, and like Lisa said, I did recruit 8 new ambassadors last month. So it was very exciting. And when Lisa asked me to do this and to jump on this call, I was kind of taken back. I was like, I don't feel like I'm doing anything special to share with you guys, but I do want to just go through a few things that I think really helped last month that I was very consistent with. And that's when I really started to see the fruit and to see things grow last month. So there were three areas that I focused on consistently. Lisa had a Power Hour group for us last month for some of us, and I was a part of that. So really focusing on taking that 1 hour, sitting in my office and not having any disruptions, and really focusing on myself, on my growth, on watching videos, learning about the products, and then constantly just contacting customers. So I wasn't in the mindset of I just need to contact 3 customers today or 3 cold calls today. I need to really take this whole hour, and if that means it's 10 I get in the hour or it's 3 I get in the hour, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this entire hour and I'm going to use it for this purpose and for work. So I really think that, and it was more of a reaching out to 10 customers a day or 8 customers sometimes. Another day it may have been 5, maybe I was watching a video, but that really helped. So I think just like I said, focusing on taking that hour and taking that time, which is what they tell us to do anyways, but I know some days get busy. I work full time as well. So it is hard sometimes to find a full hour, but really doing that even in the evenings after the kids go to bed or something, helped me to be consistent with my cold messaging, with my follow-ups and with my personal growth. So moving into the second point, the follow-up was huge for me. I had, out of the 8, probably, I think 4 of them were people that I had been contacting and talking to for the last 3 to 4 months. And they finally decided to jump in. And so that was strictly from following up with them. I sent Diamond docs to people. I sent more testimonies to people. And it was really just keeping that constant contact with them that got them to jump on board. Out of those 8, I did have, 2 or 3 that were brand new people that I had not spoken to that actually contacted me about the product. And I think that goes into just being consistent with posting on Facebook, and consistent with taking my products and, sharing pictures of me with products. They knew that I was the person to go to. So they knew that I was someone that they could contact with questions about it. And so just being consistent, that would be my one takeaway from last month, is that I was consistent with cold messaging, with following up, and with posting on Facebook. And that I saw the most growth last month because of that. So nothing tricky and nothing new. It's the same thing that they've been telling us, but when you really put it to the test and to the work, and put the work in, then you see the fruit of it.
That's awesome, Jessica. Thank you for sharing that. And one of the things, and I did take some notes, one of the things that I love is that you said that you're a Silver Ambassador, yet you signed up 8 people last month. And that just goes to show that even in the very beginning of doing this business, that you don't have to wait until you know it all. And I know, Jessica, you didn't just start last month, but you didn't wait until you were gold, senior gold, ruby to be bold and to reach out and to let everybody know what you're doing and to be consistent. You didn't wait until you were an expert. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who an expert is, but do you know what I mean? I mean, you didn't wait until you had that label of being, well, she knows what she's doing, to know what you're doing. You knew the tools that you had, and you used it, and I'm just so proud of you. You did great.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's very encouraging, because I've never signed up 8 people in a month, and I've been doing this over 2 years. So that's very encouraging. So that's really great, and I appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
So next we're gonna hear from Dyllan, and I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you. And Dyllan is so patient, and next to my husband, I guess he's probably the most patient guy in my life. Dyllan Wilde is my business coach, and whenever you get to Senior Ruby, you will be, right? Senior Ruby? Not Ruby.
Yep.
Ruby. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the Senior Ruby. You will be assigned a business coach from Plexus if you want one. And Dyllan has been great and patient, and listens to me ramble and rant, and so I'm very thankful for Dyllan. He has lots of good words of wisdom and lots of good nuggets. And so Dyllan is going to talk to us, kind of elaborate on what Jessica talked about how to sign people up, what are some tips, and then actually how to retain them. He's going to be talking about some other things too, but those two I think are some of the big struggles. You can get someone, how do you get someone, and how do you keep them? So Dyllan's going to be giving us some tips from corporate, and so I'm just going to go ahead and let him have it. So thank you, Dyllan.
Of course. And first of all, I have 2 shout outs I want to do real fast. Christy, I see you on here. Nice to see you. And Jessica, seriously, that was amazing. And I thank you so much for sharing your story. I think it is just like Lisa said, it's a true testament as to what it takes to really succeed within this business. And that is, it's investment, right? That's what it is. And it's sacrifice sometimes. You have a full-time job. I'm not sure if you have little ones or not, but I mean, this business is about sacrificing a little bit of time to get to that goal, right? The financial freedom, or that health, just feeling better, right? And financial freedom. So a little bit about myself. My name is Dyllan Wilde. I've been with the company actually for 3.5 years now. I was blessed to somehow come across this sales position where I get to connect with the top 1% of the company and really just be their business partner and their I call it a back brace, because I'm always helping them out. I always want to make sure that I'm supporting them in some type of way, even if we get off track. I think everybody, hopefully the message got across that I'm still here no matter what. I'm here for your team. I want you all to succeed, and I want you all to be in that diamond level because you all have it. The main thing that we're going to be talking about, of course, we're going to be talking about retention and enrollments, but to tie in what it takes to kind of succeed within this business. And I'm not going to share anything that is groundbreaking. I don't have that $1 million idea. I'm still looking for it, and I promise you, when I find it, you all will know it, okay? Now, the area I want to talk about, it's called the 4 pillars, and I'm not sure if you all have been on another call with another coach and possibly heard what these 4 pillars are. The funny thing is that your ambassadors, your upline ambassadors, this is something that they preach about all day, and this is what you do also. But these 4 pillars, they're not only for what Plexus is, it's for pretty much any network marketing company, okay? Now, what the 4 pillars are, they are enrollments, they are retention, developing leaders, and duplication, right? You all know that. You all heard these words before, and you know that you need to be strong in every single area. That's why they call it the 4 pillars, because this is really what holds up your business. You need to have that strong foundation in every single area to really go past and to, I guess, not to worry about the growth with the team, because you're always going to, you have different leaders, you sign up different personalities, you're always going to have, a challenge, which that's what makes this business fun, I think, is having a little bit of challenge every now and then. these 4 areas, they go hand in hand with themselves. I mean, the enrollments can really go and play into the retention. It all depends on how you preach about the products of the business, how many connections you have with somebody before you bring up Plexus and any content. Really, the way I like to explain it is you need to treat it like an interview, because this is your own business, right? You all got invested into this company to not have to clock into a 9-to-5 job every single day, to not have to answer to somebody higher up. You control who you add in what area within your business. Okay, I want you to understand that. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but I promise you, if you learn the art of asking questions, you be strategic with the questions we ask while we're building up the relationship. And before they ask that $1 million question of how much do these products cost, you can place them into any aspect into the business. Because what I really want to focus on, or what I have been focusing on, is not what's going to help me this month, but what's going to help me 4 months down the road, right? That's what counts. And I know sometimes we might get really excited when we have an ambassador or a potential interested in some aspect of Plexus. So we're like, oh, okay, here, you know what? The products are super cheap. I can go ahead and sign you up right now. What do you feel like, right? You want to give them the best price, but sometimes that doesn't help us, right? Sometimes we have those people that stick around for 1 month and they get frustrated because the products aren't working, when we all know you need to stay consistent on them for at least 2-3 months, right? This is what we want to find out before we go ahead and preach about how cheap the products are or how to get the products paid for. We got to test the water with them to see if they are somebody that is as oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody that can actually link up with us and actually run a business. Somebody who can consistently create and complete tasks, right? The way that we do this and the way that I think about it is there's 3 main areas within this business. There's the business builder, there's the wholesale ambassador, and then there's the preferred customer, right? And once we kind of understand that different training goes into each category, that's when we're really going to see the best results, right? Because you and I both know that if someone's just signing up for that wholesale price and they're just going to order one pack of Slim to give it a try, and you go off and get them invested into multiple groups, you get them on a 3-way chat, you send them all these diamond docs to take a look at, they can get overwhelmed, right? So be strategic with where you place them, what category you place them in, by thinking about what your description of each area in this business is. What characteristics go into that business builder? What characteristics go into that wholesale ambassador? And what characteristics go into that preferred customer? Because just like corporate, we do those interviews, right? For Mike Green's position, I don't fit that at all. I couldn't go out for it because I don't have nearly what it takes to be in that position. And that goes the same with you guys. This is your business. This is your corporation. This is only, for some of us, this is the full-time job, right? So by asking those questions, before we even bring up Plexus, we will figure out where we need to place them, what information we need to give them, and how many follow-ups we are actually going to do with them, right? This is going to sound a little bit dumb, but the way I like to talk about that business builder, some of the questions I would ask them is, hey, you know what? Have you ever been in a bowling league? Have you ever been invested into a softball tournament? Have you ever been anything that is team organized? Because what that tells me right there is that this person, they want to win, because I have not met one person who got invested into any league and was like, I'm going to come in second this year. I'm so excited, right? No one wants to lose. They want to win. They want to be invested into it. This is someone that can collaborate with a team. This is somebody who can show that They will continuously work on themselves to improve every single week, every single day. And again, like I said, we want winners. We want somebody that can go out and be passionate about it and invest that time and that struggle to get to that point, right? Wholesale ambassadors, you already know, it's somebody that is a little bit timid, somebody who doesn't have that vision right off the back. That is, it takes a little bit more convincing to them. Not saying don't sign them up as an ambassador, because some of the top ranking ambassadors within this company started out as wholesale ambassadors or even preferred customers. Just again, be strategic with the information you would push out to them, right? Information I would be doing is just product information. Just like Jessica said, she used the power hour to look through the products, to know a little bit more about it. Use that power hour to do that. Honestly, IPAs can be anything you want, as long as it produces any income producing activities, right? Know the products inside and out. You don't need to have that medical background to understand what they do, because you take them, you have your own story. That's what you preach out to them as that wholesale ambassador, to show them the vision. Preferred customer. This is somebody who we really don't think will catch the vision right away, month 1, month 2. But they need the products, right? And like I said, try to ask these questions before we even bring up the price, or before they bring up the price. The way I would turn it is, if somebody asked me for a price and I thought they were a little bit more in that preferred customer category, if someone asked me, hey, Dylan, how much is the price? Well, Christy, let me tell you, for what your needs are, and what Plexus can actually bring to help you in your issue, I got the perfect spot for you. It's called a preferred customer, right? You can have a continuous order every single month by signing this up. You can go ahead, and if you stay continuous on the products for 3 months after a few consistent orders, you can get a 15% discount, right? Just sell them on that spot. Make it seem like there is no place that they can go besides that position. And then down the road, how easy it is to upgrade, or how easy it will be to upgrade that customer into that ambassador once we get that new system in place, which, by the way, it's beautiful. I'll go into that later. But we can always upsell them on becoming an ambassador. But it's extremely hard to downgrade somebody when they've been used to a price, right? Now go to the enrollments a little bit. I know I kind of backtracked on it, but just like Jessica was saying, it's all about how you post. It's all about the message that you put out to those potentials, right? One of the biggest things that we can do is go out in our own community, right? I don't know if you guys have seen on Facebook, if your community actually has like a Facebook page or anything like that. I'm a little bit more old school. I like to do it in person. If I was an ambassador, I swear I would be walking through Walmart, like slipping little slim packets in everybody's purse when they weren't looking, and with my little card. That in-person conversation, you know the business can sell itself, and the products can sell themselves. The reason why people get invested into this business is because you sell them on the dream, right? I'm not saying don't use social media as a platform, because that's one of the biggest ways to grow your business, because you can reach people in freaking Canada if you want from your desk. Just join those groups that you have interest in. I mean, even if it's a pottery class or a gardening class or whatever it is, join them and understand that 80% of the sales are made after 5 to 12 contacts. Be patient with this, because we don't want to jump too soon, but we also want to keep our mind out, or our eyes and ears out, for when they start hinting that they might be opening up a little bit to us, and they might have seen a post about Plexus on our Facebook page, right? Create the relationship, know what their needs are and know what their wants are, and then figure out that nice little place within Plexus, within your personal business, right? biggest thing too is that investment aspect. Stay invested into every potential, and they tell you pretty much to kick rocks, right? I mean, even if it's one touch a month, even if it's one touch every 2 months, as long as you stay invested into them and show them that you care, you're still creating that relationship, and something down the road might come up, maybe an issue that we didn't know about them, right? Investment is huge. And investment into yourself is huge also. Just like I said, sometimes we need to make sacrifices, and sometimes it can be extremely hard and we get extremely frustrated with this business. But I promise you, it will get better. As long as you work with your team, you remind yourself every day of your why you're doing this, why you got invested into Plexus, why you paid that $34.95, which I don't know about you, but that is the cheapest investment to a multi-million-dollar company I've ever seen, which is amazing. You can make so much money by working your butts off, by spending time with some of the best people on the planet, our Plexus ambassadors at all these conventions and leaders retreat and all that. And honestly, it's building relationships. That's the coolest thing in the world. But just stick with it. Don't get frustrated when you have a rough month, because you're still going out, you're still meeting new people, you're spreading the word of Plexus and what it has done for you. Never give up on this. I promise you, you will see the best results if you stay invested into the team, into yourself, and to the products, right? And consistency. Just like, we all know we need to be consistent on the products. When you're connecting with these potentials and you finally have somebody to take the jump to invest into us, not only Plexus, but to us as leaders, let them know, hey, you know what? You might not see results right off the back. I promise you, though, if you stay consistent on the products, just like we have a bunch of clinical studies done for these products saying that if you stay consistent on them for 2-3 months, you will see the results. Right? Be upfront and be honest with them. Don't sell them on a false dream, because then that can almost make yourself look bad. And I'm not meaning to be hard, but you all know how sour it can get in 2 seconds if we sell somebody on a dream saying they could lose 75 pounds within the first week. They don't do it. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to turn off. They're going to go ahead and butcher us all across the web. We don't want that, because this is the best company around. We have products that are second to none, and our comp plan is ridiculous. I love our comp plan for you guys. Let me just go back to my notes real fast. I apologize. Another thing about enrollments is your sales pitch, right? Your elevator speech. This is that short 30-second to a minute sentence explaining what you do. If somebody asks you what you do for a living, you better blow them away within that sentence. You got to sell them on the dream like that, right? Best way to really get that down is to role play with each other. I was telling another ambassador today that the way I actually got introduced into coaching was I had to sit with one of my good buddies, one of the other coaches, John from the Texas region. I had to sit with him like right here. He was right in front of me. And he said, okay, you're going to be the ambassador this time. I'm going to be the coach, and vice versa. I did that every single day for a month. I was extremely awkward. And I had to stare at him all day. That was, that wasn't the ideal situation for me. But now I feel so much stronger. I know how to think on the tip of my toes, right? I know different scenarios. I know the art of asking questions. I know how to figure out information because I practice it. You all are on this call for a reason, because you are invested. And you all are invested into each other too, right? Because this is a strong team. I know it. I work with Lisa, work with Christy. I know all about you guys. Work together, link up. I mean, even if it's over a Zoom call, that's completely fine. Turn off your video. It's cool. You don't have to be staring at them the whole time. But use each other as that back brace that I was talking about. And again, practice your messages. Pretend that you're a potential and have somebody else question you. Figure out the best way. Because I know everyone has that fear of rejection. Rejection sucks. I have gotten rejected multiple times, even in this position, by leaders. You think that's going to help me? That's going to make me stop? No way. I'm going to push even harder. 2 months down the road, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to contact them again. I'm going to blow their minds with the information I can bring to the table. And that's just like you guys. Practice makes perfect. Oh my gosh. Practice makes, it's perfection. That's all I'm trying to say. Be consistent. Be invested into your business and be invested into your team, and you will grow. Right? Now, I know we don't have too much time on this call, but what I always like to open up, I always like to open it up to everybody to connect with me in some way. So I know we probably won't be able to ask questions on this call. But please add me on Facebook. I'm not just trying to get more friends. I just want to connect with you individually. Ask me any question, honestly. And I mean that. This is a great opportunity. I'm not even just saying because you're connecting with me, but you get corporate, somebody who deals with the top 1%. I have 169 ambassadors that I connect with every single month. Different thought processes, different colors. I mean, different situations every single day. I want to help you out because I'm invested into your business without you even knowing. Right? I look at the numbers. We collaborate together on situations. We work for you to make it less stressful, to think of fun, incentives, whatever it is. So if you have any question at all, seriously, I'm a tall redhead guy. I think they made me do a prom picture pose where I have a jacket and I'm looking over my back or something. Find me on there. I would love to connect with you and just answer any question that you guys might have. Alrighty. So thank you. Thank you so much for jumping on. I'm sorry it was a little bit of a shorter call, but hopefully I gave you a little bit of information that you could bounce off and maybe get the gears going a little bit.
No, that was great, actually. I appreciate you taking the time to come on and invest in us and talk with us. And just like you said, we don't have the $1 million, the secret how to become a millionaire in Plexus. Some of it's timing. Some of it is timing and who you're able to connect with, when, and where they are in their life, what their needs are health-wise and financial too. So some of it is timing, but across the board, definitely it's consistency, believing in yourself, these products in this company, and not giving up. Because something that I, in nursing school, I went straight through and got my bachelor's, and I would call my mom constantly because I lived at school, and I would call my mom and I said, I'm coming home. I'm done coming home. It's too hard. And she said, you're not coming home. You're not coming home. And so every day I had to my mom had to remind me that I could do this, but it's consistent. You're not going to go straight through college and get what you're looking for. It's every day matters. Every day what you do, every day studying, every day learning more. And you're gonna get the payoff. So being consistent. I knew I was never going to graduate if I quit. And you're never going to be a jewel. You're never going to get that next rank if you quit. So I appreciate you sharing that with us, Dyllan.
Of course. And I actually did. I know one little bit of information where I forgot. So I'm sorry. Let me go back real fast. I have two more things for you. Okay.
Yes.
I have ADD. I swear it's bad. So
we
like I was
talking for that.
Exactly. Like I was talking about, we were just talking about investment. On our Plexus annual income statement, I know that's pretty crazy to even say that on a call, but they have this really, really cool part that I actually have highlighted, and I took it home today to actually show you guys, but I have this posted up on my desk right above my computer. So I look at it every single day because this reminds me of how I need to succeed and how I need to grow every single day. And I'll say this a few times because if you haven't noticed, I talk extremely fast and I don't shut up sometimes. But it says your success depends on your efforts, commitment, skill, and leadership abilities, and how effectively you exercise those qualities. Right? So I'll say it one more time. Your success depends on your efforts, commitment, skill, and leadership abilities, and how effectively you exercise those qualities. To me, that is the definition of success. That lays it out plain and simple for everybody. Your success depends on your efforts, how much time you invest, how much time you invest into yourself to personally grow every single day or learn a new area within Plexus. Commitment, how committed are you to the products? How committed are you to the team? And how committed are you to growth, right? Are you continuously going out looking for new people to sign up? Skill and leadership abilities, again, that goes into that personal growth aspect. I even do that too as a corporate coach. I read John Maxwell books. I listen to YouTube videos. I try out new little procedures with some of the other coaches and get feedback on that. This is what you guys can do too, and how effectively you exercise those qualities. That goes into, again, time management too. Are you jumping on these power hours? Are you jumping on these team calls where you get somebody from corporate? Are you staying invested into your team? Are you collaborating with them on ideas? And again, this is my definition, and I think it should be everybody's definition of what it takes to succeed within this business. The other part I wanted to go back to real fast is goal setting. Goal setting is huge. And I know everybody, goal setting can be a little frightening sometimes, right? Because once we set a goal and once we tell somebody about the goal, we have to hit it, right? Everybody has the fear that if they don't hit it, they're going to look bad. And that's not it at all. When you fail, that's a way for us to actually grow. That's a way for us to reflect on what actually happened. Just like with my ambassadors, when we set a goal, and if somebody doesn't hit them, I don't go on there and scold them like, how could you not sign up 3 ambassadors? Are you kidding me? Right? I don't do that. I think about, okay, let's take a step back and let's think about what you actually did this month. How many contacts did you have? Did you do your follow-ups? Did you actually jump on a power hour or whatever it is? You need to have that accountability buddy. You need to have somebody on your side pushing you every single day, every single week, every single month. It doesn't matter. So what I would recommend, honestly, you set a goal at the beginning of the month of November, okay? Set a goal for yourself. Even if it's signing up 2 ambassadors, even if it's 1 ambassador, even if it's a customer, I don't care what it is. Once you set that goal for yourself, go and tell people about it. Tell the husband, tell the wife, tell the kids, get on your team page and announce it to everybody. Guys, this is what I'm going to be doing this month. Because again, you just announced it out there. Don't just do this for your team, but do it for yourself. You need to get a few W's under your belt, right? Because that can go into the momentum of how much you actually put in. If you feel good about yourself, if you hit your goals, you're going to work a little bit harder, right? So let's go out, and I'm going to sound like a real baseball coach right now. So let's go out next month. Let's set our goals for ourselves, even if it's 2 ambassadors again, and let's get that win. Because the next 2 months, we have 2 more months until 2017 is over with, and we jump into 2018. And I want us going full force. I want us to start with so much momentum that we don't even know what to do with it. The next 2 months, what I would be focusing on, of course, enrollments, retaining, and connections. Those 3 things: enrollments, retention, and also just staying consistent with it. Right? Thank you for letting me go back and backtrack a little bit. Hopefully I'll jump on with you all soon one day again. I would love to hear all about, the goals that you're setting. I mean, even if you want to message me what your goals are and we can keep each other accountable to next month, I am a great listener. just tell me, and we can go ahead and strategize together. We can game plan. I want to see you guys succeed. So have a great night. Thank you again for allowing me to jump on.
Thank you, Dyllan. And you guys take Dyllan up on his offer. If you want to message him, any ideas that you think he may have for you, let him know. He is sincere about that. So take him up on that if you like. So, all right, you guys, thank y'all for jumping on. I love y'all, and I hope everybody has a great night.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Night.
Bye.